Just to make sure, okay? I don't want to hear that you've changed your mind or anything like that. You have to keep your promise. Are you listening to me, Atsuma?
He's still not listening. They've walked all the way back to the bar in London City, it looks like. And he's still brooding.
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, he came back a little bit.
I'll help the resistance.
That's right. You'll help me out.
Yeah, I know. A promise is a promise.
You don't sound especially convincing. You're hardly eating anything either. You won't be any good in battle like this.
We know he's bad when he's not eating.
Yeah, geez, I don't think he ate the last time they were here either. When was the last time he actually ate something? This has got to be the longest he's ever gone.
If you stick with us, you may still have a chance.
A chance?
That's right. According to the ancient records, the fighting between devil golems is what dragged the Golem War into the disaster it finally became. In light of that fact, you think the Queen of Ice is simply going to let the other devil golems be?
So what?
Use your head!
He doesn't have much of one. You're gonna have to spell it out for him, Kareen.
It means that the Queen of Ice may show up in London City.
That man who saved us also said, the Emperor of Fire is next.
And that's the one that we have here, conveniently.
That man?
Would have really thrown a wrench in things if she decided to go after one of the other devil golems first.
Oh, that mysterious handsome guy. He was quite charming, actually.
Kareen, focus.
You think? I couldn't really say myself, but there's something bugging me about him. I can't put my finger on it. Something about him didn't quite fit.
Just who was he?
From the way he handled himself, I'd say he's a top-level enchanter. He's highly skilled, that much is certain.
As you say.
Highly skilled? Really?
Anyway, forget that handsome fellow. He doesn't appear to be an enemy. Unlike that friend of yours.
What does that mean?
He has been with the Ice Queen the entire time without even trying to get away. I don't know if it's by choice or if he's being controlled, but...
What? You really think it's by choice?
I mean, every word out of his mouth, like with the exception of one line, has been, "Yes, my queen." I would say at least some control is involved.
Can you really be so sure?
When did I ask you to save me?
Well, we never met. What was his name? Takuma?
Okay, so she's just bad with names.
Yes, she's probably not even trying to disrespect people. She's just terrible at names.
Before anyway, so I guess we can't make a judgment. Come on, we can't just stand around here all day speculating. Let's head back to the hideout. They may have some new information.
As you say. Shall we use the shortcut?
I don't really want to, but that's probably the best idea. We have to hurry. The Queen of Ice isn't going to wait for us to be ready for her after all.
Shortcut?
There's a shortcut through London Castle. It comes out close to our hideout.
The castle? We can just walk through there?
No problem, no problem.
As you say.
Don't worry about it. Come on.
And there's Atsuma's self-healing skill. That should help keep him alive in any longer fights. We also picked up another skill for Rygar when we were going through that place that will allow him to boost his own parameters by 50%. Like a less powerful Levitain that I can use if I don't want to use a full EX. So getting to the castle isn't difficult. We're basically just going to go out to the big staircase that we were at before and turn the other way. Instead of going to the city gate, we'll go up the stairs to the castle. As far as I know, I don't think anything else will have changed in the city at this point. So we should be good there. I see a treasure chest through there, but I doubt this guy's gonna let me through. Okay. And do you have anything to say about it? Okay, so this is apparently the kind of place where just even asking questions can get you carted off if you're poor enough. Lovely. Okay, so Kareen is definitely pretty high ranking. She's making the guards bow and scrape without even trying.
How many stairs are in this town?
A lot, apparently. I feel like it would be a full workout just getting to the castle for most people.
So this is London Castle. I didn't expect it to be this grand.
Just what were you expecting then?
The university in Yokohama. It was like this once. Anyway, glad it's a great building and all that, but where's this shortcut?
It's just...
My lady,
What?
someone is coming.
Damn! Quick! Atsuma, hide!
What? Oh, right.
That's how the Magic Corps will be handled.
So it's that Knight Commander that blew up the bridge again. I'm sure this will be deeply unpleasant.
As for the Resistance, that is already being taken care of.
Very good, Oka.
And I think we've actually seen him before in one of Atsuma's flashbacks. There was a guy in purple clothes next to Kareen in that flashback. So I think this is the same person. I haven't seen anyone else wearing anything like that.
The king must know nothing of this.
I am well aware of our position, my Lord Hartson.
Good, good. Proceed then.
Off you go, you pompous old goose.
With all due respect, sir, should you speak of the Baron like that?
Why not? I am using him, plain and simple. This rebellion must be crushed.
But...
Do you wish to share another opinion with me?
no.
Then shut your mouth and move your feet.
Yes, sir.
Just talking about how you're using someone who's probably a pretty high-ranking noble makes for a poor schemer, I feel. That's not something that you should just be saying in front of guards, even if they are your underlings.
And I'm wondering how much the king doesn't know about that's going on in this town.
It seems like the king doesn't know about very much of anything. I mean, that Knight Commander is clearly acting without orders, and may have been acting without the king's orders for that when he destroyed the bridge, no matter what he said.
And that Baron is obviously backstabbing everyone he can.
Yep. What a lovely nest of vipers this is.
That's the guy we saw on the bridge.
Yes, Oka, captain of the 7th Regiment of the Green Light Knights.
That guy's a commanding officer?
I mean, I think he said as much the first time we met him, Atsuma.
I'd hate to be one of his men.
Anyway, come on, to the hideout. We need to go through the west door of this hall. That'll bring us out close to the Resistance hideout.
Should you have been saying that out loud here? Please tell me you made sure no one was listening.
Apparently everyone just talks about supposedly secret things when they're in this hall. However, we're going to look around a little bit.
Okay, and
because,
it's already paying off.
Stuff.
1,000 TVs.
Yep, we're just gonna steal money from this castle on our way through.
What about the other side down there?
That's where the game wants us to go.
Oh.
So we go there last.
Yeah, let's go there last. Because you'll probably get shut out of going other places when you go there.
Well, if nothing else, we'd end up just having to backtrack. Well, okay, that's as far as we're going in the castle, apparently.
Well, we got a treasure chest.
Honestly, I think instead of the door not opening, it would have probably been better if Kareen just yelled at us why we were going off track. Because I think if we tried to wander anywhere in here without her with us, we would very quickly be thrown right back in jail. That is not hidden at all.
The least secret of tunnels.
The maid could find that. Seriously. Is that how they recruit people for this resistance? Just whoever accidentally finds the dang door, you're in? Seriously, who thought the grapple point was a better idea than just a bridge? Suppose if you're one of the maintenance workers who's supposed to go through this area, you have to also be essentially a trained ninja to use the grapple hook.
Like all good resistance hideouts, it's either a tavern or an abandoned mine. In this case, an abandoned mine.
Yep. So we're already through the castle.
There's some boxes to punch.
I see boxes. I kind of want to check back behind these shelves. Okay, nothing.
Nothing there.
Just punching the boxes. Okay, so we need to cut through these mines to eventually reach the Resistance hideout and hopefully get some information on what is happening with the Emperor of Fire so we can figure out how to stop his revival. Because the last thing we need is another Devil Golem running around. And because there are apparently just golems everywhere that would like to fight.
This hole?
Is the entrance to the Grand London mines, the abandoned mines.
I mean, yeah, mine entrances don't tend to be grand affairs.
Abandoned because there's no material left in there.
Why not?
It was all mined out. Back when London's relations were strained with Kyoto and Yokohama. We ripped all the material out of here and used it all up. Thanks to that time of excess, materials are now rare commodities to those living in London's inner city. Owning a golem is just a dream of a dreamer.
I've never heard of a material shortage in Yokohama.
Back in the day, Yokohama had less material than us. But they developed the technology to use it more efficiently, meaning our roles are now totally reversed.
Well, they were until Yokohama was wiped off the map anyway.
It's like that story of the ant and the grasshopper.
While Yokohama worked so hard for its future, London lived in the now?
Yes, and it doesn't help that the royal family are idiots.
Really? An idiot royal family?
We can't stand around here complaining anyway. Let's go into the mine.
But first, barrels.
And then maybe the store.
You know, considering that the mine was completely abandoned because it had, been stripped of all materials, there's an awful lot of materials just sitting in crates right here.
Well, she did say that the royal family were in fact idiots, so...
Yeah, I mean, I know
Tracks.
it said, like, way back at the beginning when it was talking about smashing the crates that apparently Atsuma's right arm negates enchantments on the crates and that's what makes it so easy to smash them. But, I mean, we find them in places like this storage shed where, like, clearly people are using those crates to, move stuff around, store things you use crates for. Like, why was that all left here? Ah, there's another... Oh. Well, okay, I guess we can get one of the weird tumor monsters. I swear this little side area wasn't here at all before, but I could be wrong. I might have just saw the rocks there and just assumed it was blocked. So, just a collection of demons hanging out, I guess. Surprised Kareen is still up. She is barely still up. Okay, Mage Guardian has that one dead to rights. So we just need to focus on the weird tumor monster thing. And I'm not going to bother having Kareen heal herself because she can't heal enough to take another flare bolt from that thing. So it'll be better if she just attacks. That should be enough to take it out. And now I guess if we want to, for some demented reason, we can have one of the weird tumor monsters on the team. I mean, mean, seriously, Deadpool's looking at that thing and thinking, well, at least I don't look like that. And now Rygar could potentially poison things if we wanted him to, but it's weaker damage than High Blade is, so probably not going to use it that often unless for some reason we really need a poison skill. Oh, store. Meant to check that before we went down there, because we have a lot of cash and I'm hoping more stuff has been unlocked. Okay, well now we're getting to the items that I occasionally actually buy before hard fights. The ones that just completely restore ether and health rather than just restoring a set amount. Don't think we need them right now, though. Now, this is one that I'm going to buy at least a few of. I don't want to buy a full stack. You can only carry up to 9 of any item, and I can't remember if you just find some of these. You do occasionally just find items or even get them in battle occasionally. So I don't want to have a completely full stack unless I know I'm going into an area where we are going to need them, which, trust me, that'll happen later. But for now, just a few of them for emergencies. Oh, and yep, we have got a bunch of new skills. Okay, a better curing dance for Kareen. Definitely gonna grab that. And this is the one ranged skill that Rygar can learn. It's very similar to High Earth Shake, but it hits 1 row further away. And it's a bit situational, but it can be useful in fights where we need to throw a lot of earth around. However, I don't think I'm going to get it right this second. I don't know that we have enough money for everything I'm going to want to get. I want to get support plus 20% for Kareen. Between that and the better healing skill, this will really improve how much we can heal. Mega Flare Wave. Yes, yes, all of the yes. This gives us another fire move, and it is much, much stronger than the basic wave attack. Now, it eats through ether like you wouldn't believe, but I love it. And we might grab some of these other skills later, but for now, if more skills have appeared, then usually that means more core materials are going to be here too. So let's see what is available. Well, a weapon that we don't have the person for yet. It doesn't even say who it's equipped by. I'm sure anyone who's been paying attention can guess, but I'll leave it for now. The Silent Assassin Golem can actually be pretty good, because as you can see from his skills there, he has a water and fire impulse move, an attack that goes like across a whole column. So yeah, he can actually be pretty good. We might get that one. The Belladonna, how powerful is its power-up skill? Can I actually get details on that from this screen? No, I cannot. I can't remember exactly how powerful that skill is. But it is a healer, and it's also got Dark Bolt, so we may grab that. Oh, nope. Status. Now, this one, I hate the way it looks. I'm not gonna lie.
It's like a demented Chuck E. Cheese.
I never thought of that before, but yeah, it does. It does have a good selection of dark skills, but to be honest, I would rather have the Belladonna because the Belladonna also does healing. Yes, this thing really is just a...
It's just a flat sprite.
It's just a flat sprite. It's just this weird little pumpkin thing. I will say that the spoil sport skill, if I remember what it does correctly, it's essentially a self-destruct, and it hits the whole enemy field, and it can be very powerful. Of course, at the cost of also killing the character that uses it. I believe this is the only way for me to be able to use that skill. I think this is the only thing that I can use that has that. However, you might notice the VP on it is also stupidly low, and its main attacking move is to knock itself out. So it tends to lose VP very fast, so it's never one that I've been super fond of using. Let's see. That one I don't recognize. Oh, that is new, and it is awesome. It also has some pretty good skills and health, too. Okay, that's definitely one that we're going to get at some point. I mean, the VP could be better, but...
Looks like a more badass version of Broadway from Gargoyles.
Huh. We need to watch more of that, by the way. Just loves to have me watch one episode of something. I end up actually liking it, and I would like to watch more, and we just never go back to these things.
I'm just trolling you. We all do a little bit of trolling. Yeah, we'll finish those
Okay,
series.
there's one of the fish people that we've seen all of once. It has some pretty good skills. We may eventually want that one too. That one, also, that reverse hammer, especially the ability to invert the typing of enemies, can be really useful sometimes. So even though I'm not a huge fan of the other things that it has, maybe.
And this is just cool.
One of the weird necromancer ones that also has some really interesting skills. Honestly, probably a little bit better than the Belladonna. Let me compare those real quick. Yeah, Dark Bolt versus 2 variants of Dark Mist. Yeah, I think honestly I'd rather have this one, even though it's the cheaper one to get. And then the Seraphim, which we are still so far away from being able to afford. Well, we have a lot of fire and water moves already on the team, and it looks like we're going to get a couple more, so I don't think we're going to need the assassin right now. I think we should probably... I mean, I admit it, it's partly just because I think that thing looks cool, and I kind of want to try it. However, we also need some dark coverage, so definitely going to get this one. Gonna grab this one. And I'm gonna wait on the other ones for now. I probably, when we get enough, I'm gonna probably get the Belladonna too. Because I don't think we have any dark golems that actually use dark moves right now. Do we have any weapons we want to synthesize? No, just all of the ones that you can find that are better than their starting weapons, but not as good as the weapons we've already bought for them. So, nope, nothing that we need to synthesize there. And of course, we could synthesize a Cerberus. I kind of feel like you have to. See, again...
Bring Coda back!
Bring Coda back. As best we can, anyway. Now, you might notice that he looks very, very weak there. He's one of the golems that when you get them, they're level 1. You have to raise them from level 1. So he will get a lot better very quickly. But he will start very weak. Okay, that thing needs a lot of power gems, so we're actually going to need to get some power gems before we can synthesize that one. We have enough to synthesize this one, though. Don't think there are any other ones that we want right now. And I noticed that there is no longer a swap golem option in the shop at all, which is how you used to leave golems at the shop. So I'm guessing that you can just bring along as many as you want now, which is going to make some sections of the game a lot easier because it will help with, you know, rotating people out to recover VP. So that's a pretty big change.
Yeah. I don't know. I first thought that the only change was like 30 more golems, but
No,
yeah, this is a lot different.
There are a lot more changes than I thought there would be. Some of which are good and some of which I question, but moving along.
Let's explore and hopefully find some cool stuff. Oh, cool, it's a minecart.
And of course, Satsuma will need to have it explained to him, because it's been a while since we've had tutorials shouted at us.
And I can see a chest and a store in this whole section. A child knows more than you. Oh, boy.
She's not wrong. Is it wrong that I was tempted to say spell it out again, please, just to irritate her?
No, it's not wrong.
Okay, they've added some new stuff to this section, like new details. This was a very barren area on the 360. There were no waterfalls, no anything. It was just a dirt tunnel.
Kareen trying to get him to not brood and to enjoy speed and the cart ride.
I think she just genuinely does really like riding in the minecarts.
Seems that Rygar gets motion sick.
Probably because it's the only weakness that Rygar seems to have thus far.
Now you can wander around.
Okay, so there are a lot of different directions that we could go. So apparently someone's been down here messing around with the levers that control where the minecarts go. They're accusing Rygar of switching it because he doesn't like the carts. Just to get him to quit being so stoic all the time, probably.
Yeah, she's gotta rile him up so he'll say something other than "as you say."
So, we need to switch this back over. But of course, the minecart is still over on the other side. So we need to get over there, ride that minecart back to here, and then now that the rails have been switched, it'll go the way we need it to go, which is over towards that shop. But first, we need to find a way down. And it's been long enough since I played this that even if the layout is the same, and I'm not sure that it is, I don't really remember where we need to go. Yeah, see, Cerberus already jumped to level 6 off of that one random encounter, so he'll level up pretty fast for a little bit. Okay, I see a chest over here. Can you actually run up the... Okay, you can't run along the tracks.
Now I'm even stronger!
Okay, that's back where we came from, so let's go this way. Oh, okay. You used to get that one back in the section that I mentioned was cut from where Ko's lab was. So I guess you get it here now.
Can we eat now?
Gotta admit, I'm surprised Rygar stayed up through that. That was a lot of wind bullets coming his way. Okay, another high earth shake should take out those two. That one's almost out, so this will take out the one that's really, really low on health. And then Kareen and Atsuma should be able to take that one down. Even though that one can be pretty good, I don't use it very often, simply because the noises that it makes whenever it attacks or is hit or anything
Are horrifically annoying?
Yes, so annoying. So I just pretty much never use it. I'll admit, the annoying or cool factor of a golem does influence my decisions, perhaps more than it should. Well, okay, Yuki is standing over there. She doesn't blend in with anything.
Yeah,
but
bright yellow.
We're gonna go this way first.
We see you. We're ignoring you for the time being.
Okay, we have a weird, possibly vampire golem back here. That's a new one.
Looks cool.
protected by a bunch of onyxes, I guess.
Okay, then.
It is very, very similar to the mermaid in a lot of ways. Not quite as good at healing others, but it has a dark Sonic, so bit of a give and take there. Still, just about anything that has that HP drain move usually is pretty good, so probably going to be one that we end up using.
Rage and...
Yeah, I want to say that this used to just be a weird, empty room that I was always really confused by. Like, I don't think there was anything in there in the 360 version.
Who's there?
How have you not spotted her, Atsuma? She is wearing a bright yellow cowboy hat.
Fate has brought us together again. Time to settle this, Atsuma.
Not again.
Yes, again.
Hey! What's the cold shoulder for?
Because you're being remarkably annoying?
Me and you, we are rivals.
You really think you're in a different genre of game. Or
Again,
anime.
she thinks she's in a Pokemon game. She's even talking about rivals now.
You might think so.
What?
But this is more of a shonen anime.
You and I, we are friends forged through rivalry.
You might think so.
Why, I just want to settle things between us. Why are you treating me like this? If all of that hadn't happened in Yokohama, we'd have finished our fight back then. That friend of yours, he shouldn't be using that devil golem to smash up the city. Think of all the money you could...
You're just gonna make him mad to the point that he will fight you, aren't you?
About money.
You think Toya is controlling the devil golem? You can shut up. Now!
Yeah, I think he'll punch her now.
Why? Just think about it for a moment. Golems need a human to command them. I saw your friend with that devil golem.
How do you explain all of the wild golems running around that just attack us then? The game really goes back and forth on whether they are just machines or if some of them can actually act independently or not. It's weird.
That's because Toya is being controlled by the Queen of Ice.
Well, that's not what I've heard.
Indeed.
Hey, Rygar!
I've got something to say to
I
you.
wonder if Rygar's just trying to provoke the fight so it'll finally be over.
Yeah, I think
At
he's
this
still
point.
feeling queasy from the mine carts, and he is just like, I want this day to be done.
Just what is Atsuma to you? I mean, especially to you.
Me? I'm just... Well, Atsuma is my...
This got weird all of a sudden.
Suspicious.
Oh, really? So what's he to you, then? You're running around all over the place.
I'm the greatest golem hunter in the world. If you think I'm just following rumors and false leads, you're wrong. Totally wrong.
Again, she actually is close to all of these different legendary golems. If they haven't changed it, there's another 4 beast golem in this mine. And somehow, she just never actually finds them on her own.
My current target is in a ruin up ahead. Ancient magic treasure. That spells cash.
Ancient treasure? Could it be?
What? Huh, so you want the treasure too, do you? Huh, it's mine. I'm not letting you have it. Time is money. See ya!
Okay, you went from fight me to just running away. Again.
She really does seem to think she's the rival in a Pokemon game and not
Wait!
in this particular game.
She's gone. Just what is her deal anyway?
Thank you.
Toya! Wipe out Yokohama with a devil golem? Never!
Atsuma?
My lady, we won't achieve anything standing here. Let us proceed.
Rygar, always there to get us moving again. He's probably just been staring at this cart that whole conversation with absolute dread.
But as is, we're going to see where we can explore on foot. Not much of anywhere, but...
Nope, that just seems to be a dead end, and I'm not sure how far the game will let me go that way, but I'm gonna run until it stops me.
Victory!
Hey, I want some more!
Okay, it's actually letting me continue to run, so I wonder if there's anything over here that the cart would cause you to miss. But yeah, this river and everything, none of that was here. Oh, treasure chest. Okay, unfortunately, that's not one that I use very much. Knockback isn't usually a problem for me. But if I hadn't gotten it, I would have seen it from down there or something, and it would have driven me absolutely nuts. So, at least we've got it. Yeah, I think this one attack will completely take them out. I mean, unfortunately, we still lose VP because they got a surprise round on us, but... I feel like the minecarts used to have sound. Not much, mind you, but a little bit, and now they're just completely silent. I don't know why they would change that. Alright, so where has this left us? Well, there's that treasure chest that we saw when we first entered the mine. Oh, that's quite a lot of money. I think that's the second most that we've found in a chest so far.
Pride comes before a fall.
Okay, I think the ladder is where we're supposed to be going, so let's run back this way. And that's another one of the 4 beast golems. Now, I am still pretty sure that we cannot take this thing down. However, we can try and... Yeah, okay, just double checking that. So this is going to be a water type one. To give us the best chance possible, I'm going to put Mermaid in our party. She'll have resistance to those attacks. She's a healer. Her attacks themselves are not water type. She's usually pretty good against this thing, for what that's worth at this level. The turtle outsped us. And there went Atsuma and Rygar. Kareen and Mermaid aren't looking too great either.
So I'm taking it you're going to have to be very, very high level to beat these Holy Beast Gundam or golems.
Sometimes I can take down the third Holy Beast Golem when you first find it. Sometimes. It's usually pretty close.
But then you have to backtrack and get these first two
and get
later.
the other ones, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's usually something that I don't do until you are very close to the end of the game.
That is a big difference. I'm used to a lot of JRPGs where it's like, nope, you just keep moving forward. You can't double back at all.
Yeah, no, this one, for these, at least if you want to do this optional stuff... Okay, he just turned Kareen to fire type, so she's definitely gonna go out the next time he attacks. And we're down to just Mermaid. And Mermaid could not heal herself enough to stay in the fight. So, yep, that's definitely going to be a no. For right now. It's not even close. Poor Rygar. Having to ride these minecarts so much. Alright, yep, that's already been switched over. So now, when we get back in this minecart, it should go the direction that it was originally intended to go and should take us towards the Resistance hideout. I guess that's just a dead end? Yeah, just checking to see if you can interact with this in any way, but nope, it's just blocked. So now we can check the shop because we've gotten a bit more money scraped together. Can go ahead and maybe buy some of these other skills. Which is probably going to be all we can afford for the time being. Can we synthesize any more golems? Have we picked up enough gems? Nope, still don't have any gems for him. I don't think we've picked up any power gems in this mine. It's mostly been mined gems and a few speed gems. We could synthesize Azrael here. I think we're going to go ahead and do that. That seems like a fairly solid golem.
The hideout is just ahead.
One question.
What?
Kareen, do you think Toya could? With a devil golem?
Could what with a devil golem, Matsuma?
Well, no, nothing.
Don't leave me hanging. Tell me.
Look, it's nothing.
Come on.
I shouldn't have said anything.
No, you shouldn't have. You've been strange since Yokohama.
Well, he did go through quite a lot there, Kareen. I think to some degree it's understandable.
My lady.
What? Something coming?
Indeed.
Well then, a Minotaur's just going to appear out of thin air, I guess. Yeah, caught off guard. It appeared out of the air. I think that's understandable. Okay, so it's fire type. Although, as long as we don't put Kareen in the first row, she should be okay. Well, that went pretty well.
That takes care of them.
I've never heard of such a golem coming into the mine before.
Yet look what just happened. And perhaps it's just me, but I'm sure I saw someone before the golem appeared.
So someone set it on to us?
As you say.
Well, fine. We can deal with this. When we get to the hideout, we'll use the Resistance Intelligence Network. And find out what reckless idiot dared to attack us.
Well, considering that this place is abandoned, and presumably the only people coming through here would be Resistance members, I mean, what if it was someone connected to the Resistance that did this? Is anyone going to consider that possibility? No? Okay. So that particular move, Clear Dance, is one of very few moves that can actually clear statuses. Most of the time, you would otherwise have to use an item to clear a status. However, I don't usually bother with status clearing things because the enemies will usually just inflict the status on you again immediately. So usually what I do if I'm having trouble with a status, if at all possible, is I'll just equip a support to make me immune to it entirely. That tends to go better. Anyway, regardless of whether someone from there may have attacked us, I guess we're heading to see the Resistance.